Hello, everybody! Hey guys, welcome back to our live chats. I'm Heather. I'm Director of Education here at Luminous. And guys, I'm so glad to be back. It is the first of the year. I mean, come on, this is so exciting. 2020. Not turn of a century, but turn of a decade. So it's pretty amazing. We're so excited. So how is everyone's holidays? How is everyone's Christmas and Hanukkah and New Year's? And what did y'all do? I want to hear everything. Hey, Amy, how are you? Good morning. Good morning. I missed y'all so much. It was like so weird being off. And I'm like, I am not going to do any makeup. But then I missed doing makeup. So it's been kind of weird. I was like, oh, wait. And so I did actually, there was a couple of days my skin was like crazy. And I ended up, I was sweating basically because we're in Texas. You sweat one day, it's cold the next, who knows? But I had issues when hey, Katie, how are you? I was having issues when I was doing my makeup because I was already glistening. And so I'm going to teach you what I learned with that, because I did a lot of different things just to see, things that I haven't done before, just to see if they would work. I love trying regular traditional makeup to see how it holds along with our airbrush. And nothing holds. I'm sorry, nothing does. Hello, Patricia. Nothing holds a candle to what airbrush can. Yes, glistening. Good morning. So yeah, I'm really excited to share what I've learned. So let's talk about that right now, because everybody's already on, and so yeah, I was glistening. Good morning, Marissa. So I was glistening, getting ready, and I was airbrushing. Let me back up by saying, so I've airbrushed. I know how to airbrush, and then there's one of the girls that I work with here. Sometimes, like, I see on her, like, she maybe didn't airbrush enough. She's always asking me, what do I do? Like, what happened? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't have that problem. I know. It's a shocker. I don't know. Hey, Kyrie. Hey, Charntrell. I hope I said your name right. That is a beautiful name. Annalie. Yeah, nothing is better. Like, I tried, I'm really self-conscious about underneath my eyes. And so I was trying a new concealer. Well, number one, once you reach a certain age, don't look in an up close mirror. I have on my vanity, I have like a 10 times, I think, magnification mirror. That helps just because when I don't have my glasses on when I do my makeup. Oh my gosh. Annalie had to scrub off her lip stain by noon the next day. Girl, I know that's right. Girl, you know it's true. Ooh. We had the best lip stain. Thank you, Kara. Hello, Tracy on YouTube. Happy New Year. I'm like, all my friends are here. I'm so excited. But anyway, I am going to be all over the place today. So if you get frustrated with that, I apologize in advance. But you're going to learn some good stuff here, I promise. So this is how I look when I do my makeup in the morning. But I was sweating. And I was glistening. Annalie didn't even do foundation, only CC. Ooh. Hey, Elba, how are you? But I was glistening like right here. I just glisten like in certain areas. And I would airbrush, like I blotted and then airbrushed, but then I was still sweating, glistening. And so I was like, okay, what do I do? Because the one thing, sometimes like if you're a little heavy handed when you're airbrushing, you're like, bah, 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 and maybe you got a little heavy handed and let's say you powder, that sometimes can wipe it off if you're not 100% dry. We know that like pulling back, I know you should be, it should dry instantly. That we already know that. But if there's, sometimes that happens to me if I'm in a hurry and I'm like spraying one area too heavily and it's not 100% dry and I powder, I end up breaking up that makeup. And no, girl, Amy, that's what normally I say glisten because that sounds a lot better than sweating. Sweating is something you do when you work out. Girls just glisten. So a couple of things while I'm thinking about it. When you powder, whether it's loose powder, the compact that we have, whatever the case may be. Hey, Flo on YouTube, do it this way. And then do it like that, like spin, like don't do this when you're powdering, especially if there's any chance that the foundation is still wet. If you don't wait, a while, let it completely dry to make sure. Yes, it should be dry instantly. I'm going off like in the case that it still might be feel a little wet. If you do it this way, you have less chance of breaking it up than if you did that way. Okay. All right. The other thing. So I would spray my face. I sprayed my face and it was right here. I was glistening. Okay. And it was like breaking apart. So I'm like, okay, I need to fix that, obviously. And so what I did is I took a wipe, one of our amazing wipes. Hey, Carrie. And I didn't wipe it. I went like kind of patted it out. I'm telling you all this right now just because I dealt with it. And it's actually how I'm going to do my makeup to show you that it works. Okay. So this is the issue that I had. And then I'm going to tell you how I fixed it. So I was sweating here. I'm just going to say sweat because I was glistening here. And this is my problem area too. So I need to make sure that it's covered. Happy New Year, Tammy. So I took the wipe and I did this. To get that area off, because with Luminesse, I can go in and fix just that area. But what you want to do, I know this is a lot to take in on day one of the new year, but I figured let's learn. What you don't want to do is wipe it, because then you're going to get that hard line. Okay? You're going to get that line. That's going to be harder to blend in, because how airbrush makeup goes on, it's like little, dots all over your face, little pixels all over your face. So if you go in and do this to remove what you need to remove, it will mimic how we spray it back. Does that make sense? Y'all tell me, say 2020 if you are understanding what I'm saying. If you're understanding what I'm laying down. Then I took a blender that, yes, is dirty, and did this around that area. And then I airbrushed over that. That was easier to blend in. Now, when you're doing that, the trick is to not like focus on this area until it's covered. You do have to wait, because remember, it's, we're making those passes. And so I would do this side, blend it over here, go around, and then wait a second before I hit those areas again, because that's where I wanted most of my coverage. So with all that being said, if you do need to fix something, watch how you take it off. Pat it out so you don't have the line, and it's going to be easier to blend that in. Girl, I'm so sorry, Tammy. I hope you're feeling better. Poor thing. And that's easier to fix. It's very rare that you have to fix. But the other thing I noticed, because I normally brush my teeth before I put makeup on, flat out, because I do airbrush over my lips. But I didn't that another day. And when I went to, because when I dry off my mouth, I pat it again. Patting is going to be blotting, is going to be the key with airbrush. Girl, I hope you, I just got over walking pneumonia. And then had a sinus double ear infection. I'm a go-getter. But girl, I hope take it easy. You'll start feeling better because they probably have you on steroids. You'll start feeling better, but remember you're still sick and take it easy. But I wiped my mouth, like I blotted, and I could see I needed to fix my mouth. So I did the same thing. Took my wipe, blah, 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 and did that area as well. So I find that fixing it that way makes it a lot easier. Hello, Melissa on YouTube. All right. That makes sense? Okay. So today at the 11 o'clock, I'm going straight through it. Yep, me too, girl. Steroids and antibiotics, still on antibiotics. So today what I'm going to do, and so the next day, still hot in Texas, I did something different that I've never done before. But like in my head would make sense. So what I did is I started, because I was already getting hot in this area here. So I knew, thank you, Patricia. So I knew I was going to get, I knew I was going to have that issue again. The other thing I used the CC concealer underneath my eyes. Guys, hands down, our concealers are the best, because I used another one to try it out, and before I even left the house there was creasing, and like right here and I even went light. So when I do put on regular concealers, I start here. Even though I do want to cover in here, I actually start out here and blot here, because what do I always tell you is that first place you touch with a brush or the doe foot, that's where most of the makeup's going to go. And so I don't want most of my makeup here, because that's going to show wrinkles and crinkles, because that's where my wrinkles and crinkles are. So I start here, boop, 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 and then I can blend it. Okay. I'll still get that coverage, but I don't have a big makeup right there to blend out. So again, I started out here, but I used another one before I even put mascara on. I will tell you, it was creased. Like, I'm like, that looks awful. So I ended up wiping that off and airbrushing the CC concealer over everything else. I'm telling y'all, I had some issues the week I was off. I don't know what, which is a good thing. You want me to have issues, because then I figure them out and I can share. So, all right. So at the 11 o'clock, we're going to come back and I'm going to show you what I did to help with my glistening. So if you're glistening, if you're oily, anything like that, this might help you. But again, you're going to have to try it out first. Don't go overboard, but try it out. I'm going to go ahead and tell you what it is, but we're going to do it. I'm going to do it at the 11 o'clock. I actually added powder first. So I did my CC concealer, or not the CC, what, not CC, AM, the AM lotion. I'm going to do snapback right now, and I'm going to let that. Notice I'm patting. Melissa on YouTube just asked, do you put powder under your eyes after? Great question. So I do. And I know that a lot of people are like, no, Heather, don't use powder. So the one thing about our powder, I will tell you, it's milled like 5 to 6 times. it's 3 or 4 more than what normal powders are milled. And so it won't bring up your wrinkles and crinkles like others will. With that being said, Melissa, I still, if I take my powder brush, as soon as I can find it, if I take my powder brush and have powder on this, I hit it off and I swipe this way and then this way. Because again, I don't want a glob of powder here. I can do it here and then brush up like that. So it's usually right underneath my eyes. If I do traditional concealer, then I will powder because you want to set it. Okay. Even though ours is set. Hey, I'm on a live chat. Can I call you back? Say hi to Gianna. I'm going to call you back. Bye. All right. Hold on. I just had a pop-up come up. Remind me later. Okay. Yeah. So Melissa, that happens sometimes. Melissa says, I find that my eyeliner smears if I don't use powder. And yes, it might be with your skin. A lot of times I'll hear that mascara will leave marks underneath that. If that happens, you want to powder, and that will help. Patricia says, I have to be really careful spraying under my eyes because of the skin under the eyes. And Patricia, one thing, remember, when you're spraying, look up, angle your stylus down, 1, 2, and then blend it down, 1, 2, and blend it down. Don't spray heavy under the eyes. And you can always go like this if you need to, and then spray again. Okay. I got all the answers for the under because I'm very self-conscious about that. So anyway, awesome questions. So today, I read crepey, not the other way. Thanks, Patricia. Yeah, the compact powder is to die for. I usually have several. I'm actually testing out some powder right now. And I have so, because I can go through that bad boy really bit. I mean, it's so light. It's like butter on the skin. It feels amazing. So in the 11 o'clock, we are going to go through everything. I'm going to do everything. I'm not going to put on lashes. I'll do lashes at the 2 o'clock. But I'm going to put powder on first. I'm going to put powder on first and then airbrush over that. So I did that this weekend or whatever days I'm off. I don't even know. I take the week off from Christmas to New Year's. And I swear I was like, what day is it? Saturday? And it's like Tuesday. I don't even know. So anyway, now that we're back on track. So yeah, I added the powder first, very lightly, just in this area, airbrushed over. So we're going to do that for 11 o'clock. All right. So glad that we're back. I'm so excited for this new year. We can kiss 2019 bye-bye and get ready for 2020. Did y'all see all the Barbara Walter memes? This is 2020. This is 2020. This is 2020. What about using X out, then CC concealer, then powder? Melissa, too much product. Way too much product. I would pick either the X out or the CC concealer and then powder. But that's way too many steps, especially if you're going to airbrush the foundation. Way too much product. Guys, you have to keep in mind that with Luminous, you're using, hey Joanne, you're using 10 times less makeup. And I'm not talking just in the product itself, like airbrushing you. We don't have to use as much to cover up either. So just, Melissa, pick one of those, either X out or CC concealer, then you can powder. So yeah. Yay. Nope, I'm here. I am here. Okay, awesome. All right, so everybody come back at 11. We're going to do, I'm doing all the makeup because I feel like you guys can share that better with maybe some of your consultants, your customers, or maybe you just want to share it to your friends. I feel like you could share that a little bit better. And then the 2 o'clock, I will be adding lashes. And that way we can kind of break that up a little bit. All right. All right, guys. So great seeing you. I will see you back here at 11, which is just a few minutes away. Happy New Year. I'll see you soon. Oh, Joanne's going to, yeah, the peach. Yes, you'll love it. You'll love it. I love it. All right. Bye.